Hey everyone, I just want to do a real quick video, one that I'm pretty excited about. I picked up a new toy today, so first off I want to introduce a new member of the family. It is the Kimber Micro 9. I like it a lot. So like always, it's empty, magazine's empty. So I just wanted to do a quick little video on this and take the opportunity to kind of talk about the different actions. I know before we mentioned single versus double action, things like that. What I really like about this is the trigger mechanism. So I looked at some comparable firearms. I looked at some of the Rugers, looked at some of the Springfields, and not necessarily in a 1911 frame, but for size. That's what I was going for. My XDM that I carry every day, like I said in a previous video, it's about 26 ounces, which is a lot to carry. This, I mean, this loaded doesn't weigh the same as my Springfield unloaded. To kind of put that in perspective. It's also significantly thinner. And what I really like is the trigger. There's no creep. I mean, it's everything you do with this firearm, you feel a mechanical reaction. Kimber took some time and put precision in their firearms. This will be the first Kimber that I've owned. And so far so good. I really like it so far. I haven't shot it yet. I hope to do that pretty soon. Just trying to get my sticky holster broke in here. And hopefully it will it'll sit well. The one thing I don't like, this is the sticky holster. When you look at the charts, the cross reference, which firearms are supposed to fit, this is the one for this pistol. I don't know how well you can see it. It's not quite as dramatic on the tape as it is in real life, but you can see the face of the trigger. So this is fully holstered to the point that if you push any further, it pushes the slide out of battery, and you can see the face of the trigger. I don't like that, but I don't know. Hoping once it gets wore in, this bottom section here will kind of flatten out, allow the pistol to fit further into it. So I wanted to take an opportunity real quick, since I had this pistol handy, because I don't really have anything else I can demonstrate this with, just kind of talk a little bit about the differences between a single and double action. This is single action only. It is considered semi-automatic because it will fire as long as the hammer is back, which the hammer will go back when you put one in the chamber. Per trigger pull, it will dispense one round, and then use the force or the energy from that round to load the next round. In a previous video, I was talking about the semi-automatic operation of a pistol or a firearm in general, and I had said that during, you pull the trigger, the firearm will fire the round, and then the weapon will eject the casing, recoil, pick up the next round, chamber it, and cock the firing mechanism all by itself. Well, a good friend of mine decided to point out that not all semi-automatic firearms eject the casing. I tried to call his bluff, and I was proven wrong. So apparently there's a military grade 40 millimeter, I think it was 40 millimeter grenade launcher that is gas operated, which makes it semi-automatic, but it's got a revolving cylinder, kind of like a revolver. But it's not a single or a double action, because my first thought was, no, it's double action. It's got to be classified as double action. Then when you actually look at the mechanisms of it, it's actually gas operated, which makes it semi-automatic. It's not mechanically. Alright, this is single action only. So, what does that mean? So, hammer, you can see the hammer. Hammer is forward. It is resting against the firing pin. So, trigger, and I just showed you it was unloaded. So, if you notice, when you pull on the trigger, you don't get anything, right? So, you have to cock this firearm. I don't know if you can see that. There's no creep in that. I love it. Eject the magazine. Just kind of make this point. So, when you cock it, or when you chamber around, the slide bring the hammer back. So, from here forward, it's semi-automatic. As long as it's, got ammunition in it. But the premise, the easiest way to explain single double action, if this was double action, it would, as you pull the trigger, the mechanical mechanism inside the pistol would bring the hammer to the rear and then fire. Single action requires you to cock the firearm or the hammer prior to being able to fire. So yeah, that's cool. Anyway, yeah. So there's a new member of the family. Happy to welcome her. And yeah. Hopefully we'll make a video of us shooting it soon. And that's all I got. Thank you for watching.